Tallsrar's Revenge, Chapter 18. Pain jolted Tallsrar awake. He was bumping over stones, being dragged from behind. Rocks jabbed his belly and scraped his legs and chin. Someone was hauling him out of the tunnel. He struggled, trying to find his paws, but claws clasped his flanks and heaved him harder. Suddenly fresh air rushed around him, and he was on the soft grass. He gulped in air, fresh and sweet. What happened? Tallsrar coughed, spitting out mud. Is this Darkland? He tried to remember what he had been doing before the darkness came, but his thoughts were spinning too fast. It felt like trying to catch butterflies in the wind. A gentle paw touched his shoulder. It's all right. You're safe now. Don Stripe was crouching beside him. Woollytail pulled you out. Out of where? Tallsrar struggled to sit up. Don Stripe sniffed him anxiously. Did anything feel broken? Tallsrar felt his paw stinging where it had worn on stones, but he could move each of his legs. I'm okay. Woollytail paced in front of him, his gray and white tail pelts completely brown with smeared mud. We'll see about that. He glanced at Tallsrar. You should get your cuts and scratches seen to. Underground mud can be bad for you. Wounds infect easily. Hush! Don Stripe weaved Woollytail away with her tail. He's already scared enough. Scared? Tallsar's legs buckled beneath him and he collapsed onto his belly. Why would I be scared? Hazily he saw Algernon sitting a little way off. Sparrow was lying in the grass beside him. His short fur spiked and filthy. Were we both underground? Tallsrar wondered. Miss Mouse squeezed out of a rabbit hole. Her pelts leaked with mud. Algernon caught her eye. Any luck? Miss Mouse shook her head. Tallsar's thoughts cleared with chill. Sandgrass! That's why he had gone down the tunnel. Where is he? Woollytail stopped pacing. His eyes were ominously dark. He turned to Plumeclaw as Plumeclaw scrambled out of a second barrel. Did you get through? Woollytail asked. Plumeclaw shook her head. We hit rock. Hickory Nose is still trying, but there's no way around to dig past it. Tallsar's heart began to pound. If he's still down there, you have to get him out. Plumeclaw crossed the grass behind him. We've tried, Tallsrar, but the whole tunnel network collapsed. Floodwaters in every branch, and roofs are still caving in, She thrust her nose close to him, blinking away at wet soil. Another mouse length and you would have drowned too. Tallsrar stiffened. Sandgrass drowned? Plumeclaw leaned back. We haven't found his body, but there's no way he could still be alive down there. No! Tallsrar tried to struggle his paws, but he was shaking too much. Woollytail glanced at Miss Mouse. There's nothing we can do. We've tried everything to get to him. She meowed, ears flat. He's down there for good. Maybe Sparrow can help. Tallsrar stared at the road. Sparrow lifted his mud-struck head. Where did you last see Sandgrass? Tallsrar demanded. Can you lead the tunnelers there? The tunnels are blocked, Woollytail reminded him. But if you know where to look, you might be able to dig through, Tallsrar persisted. I'll dig through myself. Don Stripe pressed her back with the paw. Tallsrar, she murmured softly. If Woollytail can't reach him, no one can. Sandgrass is with StarClan now. Tallsar's hackles rose and anger surged in his chest. He glared at Sparrow. Why did you leave him? You should have stayed with him. Don't you know that's what you do underground? You stay with your tunnel mate. Sparrow pushed him to his paws. I'm no tunneler. I don't have partners. Not. You shouldn't have gone down to take. You shouldn't have taken me down there. You should have known it was too dangerous. Tallsrar stared, breath catching in his throat. Sparrow was blaming Sandgrass for what happened? He stared at the yellow tunnelers, willing one of them to come to Sandgrass's defense. How dare this rogue blame his father for the accident? Woolly Tail, Tallpaw croaked to the old tunneler. Woolly Tail stared at his paws. Sandgrass answered for his recklessness, he murmured. Are you saying this was his fault? Tallpaw gasped. Woolly Tail avoided his eyes. Come on, he grunted. Let's get you to Hawkheart. Those wounds will need seeing, too. Dawnstripe shoved her nose under Tallpaw's flank and heaved him to his paws. Algernon darted around, over and pressed against his shoulder. With Dawnstripe pushing to the other side, Tallpaw managed to stagger forward. They climbed the slope. He felt strength beginning to seep back into his paws, though his breath was hard to catch. He stopped and coughed up more muddy water, then moved on, thankful for Algernon and Dawnstripe's help. He could hear paw stripes behind and looked back to see Woolly Tail helping Sparrow back to camp. Tallpaw growled underneath his breath. How could Woolly Tail help the cat that killed his tunnel mate? He staggered wearily through the entrance. Aspen saw Paw's tusks and stared at the mud-streaked cat. Any news? Pale Bird hurried out of the nursery. Did you find him? Tallpaw stared blankly at his mother. No, Dawnstripe answered for him. Sandgrass! As Palebird collapsed, Meadowslip hurried to her side. Tallpaw closed his eyes. He's dead, he whispered. His legs crumpled beneath him, and choking mud seemed to swamp him once more. He could feel the suffocating weight of earth and water. He imagined his father's rushing against the flood as it grew heavier and heavier until he was pinned without light or air, lungs screaming, heart bursting. Tallpaw, Hawkheart leaned over him. Swallow these leaves. A pungent scent wafted his nose. Numbly he lapped on the green specks beside his mouth. Bring more thyme, Barkpaw, Hawkheart called, and more of the poultice we need be made for the wounded warriors. Are you all right, Sparrow? Bess's anxious mew sounded nearby. Tallpaw opened his eyes and saw the black and white cat pacing around the brown warrior. Rena was sniffing at his filthy pelt. I'll live. Sparrow shook out his fur, showering his companions with muddy water. Hawkheart turned his head. All Sparrow needs is a good wash, he growled. Help him get cleaned up. He nosed to Tallpaw. Onto his side and began sniffing his scratches. Great Starkland, what a mess. I had to drag him out, Woolly Tail meowed. He's pretty shredded, Hawkheart murmured, but no deep wounds. Paw's steps pattered closer, and a wad of herbs landed beside Hawkheart. Is he okay? Tallpaw recognized Barkpaw's mew. He'll be fine. Hawkheart began to lap herbs into a wound on Tallpaw's pad. Tallpaw winced at the pain, but held still. Go and soak moss in the spring, Hawkheart told Barkpaw. Plenty of it. I want you to wash as much of this mud off of Tallpaw's fur as you can. Mouse and Cat's mew faded into a buzzing in darkness, and darkness swallowed Tallpaw. Hawkheart poked him sharply. Stay awake. You've had a shock. You can sleep later. He began pressing the ears more firmly to Tallpaw's wounds. The pain jerked Tallpaw into wakefulness. These will heal in no time, Hawkheart promised. We just have to get you clean. He nosed more impudent thyme toward Tallpaw. Keep chewing this. It'll help. Tallpaw lapped another tongueful of shredded leaves and began chewing. His thoughts started to clear, but by the time Barkpaw returned and began sluicing his pelt with soaked moss, he was able to turn and watch. I'm sorry about Sandgrass. Barkpaw didn't lift his eyes from what he was doing. I'm sorry about Breckenwing, Tallpaw meowed. Barkpaw didn't reply, just kept washing Tallpaw's pelt. The long, cool strokes lulled Tallpaw and eased his pain. Do you want some food? With Barkpaw gone to rinse out the mud-filled moss. Bess clambered over a tusk and sat down beside Tallpaw. "You haven't eaten all day." She twitched her tail toward the heap pile, stacked with high fresh kill. Tallpaw shook his head. "I'm not hungry, thanks." "And I could just sit with you," Rena offered. Tallpaw shook his head. He didn't want company. Whose pain was all on the inside now. Too deep for anyone to touch. He could see Pailbur outside the nursery, staring in his face, her eyes glazed. For a moment, Tallpaw understood why she always seemed distant. If she didn't let herself feel anything, she might protect herself from her grief for Finchkit. Now he wanted to do the same. "I'd rather be alone," he mumbled. "Are you sure?" Rena leaned close, the scent of rabbit on her breath. "I'm sure." Tallpaw watched her pad away to the hunting zones where Bess, Aldrin, and Mo were tucking grass around Sparrow. Bess pulled a puffle of moss from beneath one of the rocks and packed it beneath Sparrow's shoulder. "Is that more comfortable?" Sparrow wiggled. "Much better," he purred. Tallpaw growled under his breath. Anger felt better than grief. Watched the sun sink below the heather. It glowed on Dawnstripe's pelt. She padded toward him. A mouse dangled from her jaws. She stopped beside him and dropped it at his paws. "You should eat something," she meowed. How did Dawnstripe think he could eat? Didn't she know he'd just lost his father? "I told Rena I'm not hungry," Tallpaw murmured. "It won't always feel this bad," Dawnstripe promised. He glared. "Yes, it will," he snapped. "I'll never feel happy again. StarCloud doesn't want me to be happy. Maybe they should have taken me, not Finchkin." Glared across the camp at Sandgrass, at Pailbur. "Maybe Sandgrass would be dead if my sister were alive." Dawnstripe stiffened. "Don't say things like that." "I've done everything wrong," Tallpaw snarled. "I insisted on being a tunneling apprentice. Sandgrass would have been exploring the garage tunnel with me, not Sparrow. I wouldn't have left him behind." "You're upset." Dawnstripe got to her paws. "You're not thinking straight. I'll come and check on you later, when you've had some rest." She padded away and settled down beside Redclaw and Appledon, but her gaze flashed anxiously toward Tallpaw as she shared tongues with her clanmate. Appledon's voice carried on the breeze. Sandglass should have never taken Sparrow down the tunnels. Tallpaw sat up. "Heather Star said they were dangerous," Redclaw agreed. Tallpaw bared his teeth at the tawny warrior. "Sparrow made him go down there," he hissed across the camp. "The nosy roach wouldn't stop pestering Sandgrass until he showed him the tunnels, and he left Sandgrass down there to die." Rage pulsed like lightning in his paws. The other side of the clearing, Sparrow stood up. "I'm sorry your father is dead, Tallpaw, but he told me it was safe when it wasn't. How was I supposed to know what would happen? I'm no tunneler. I believed him. When the river burst through, I didn't have time to save him. I barely saved myself. If there was time to save yourself, then there was time to save Sandgrass," Tallpaw snapped. "You left him to die." "Enough!" Heather leaped to her paws and marched across the clearing. "The clan is seeing too much grief this moon. Go to your nest, Tallpaw. Words won't change anything now." Tallpaw met his gaze. He was trembling with fury. "Go," Heather repeated. Tallpaw glanced around at his clanmates. They stared at him, frozen in shock. Prey hung from Cloud Runner's mouth. Lily Whisker's eyes were round. Flame Pelt sat stiffly beside her. Stage Leap, Restock, and Doe Spring blinked at him like bluebirds lined across a branch. Shrewpaw narrowed his eyes while Barkwell sat like stone at the entrance to the medicine den. Whipping his tail, Tallpaw turned and stalked to his nest. He climbed in and thrust his nose under his paw. When sleep came, it was filled with chains. Mud pressed around him, sucking at his fur. Water dragged him through endless tunnels, and brief flashes of light from somewhere above his head. Tallpaw saw Sandgrass, mouth open, shrieking for help, only to be hauled away like stone. only to be all the way by another surge of mud. Tallpaw, breath touched his ear. Tallpaw jerked up, his head beckoning. Barkpaw ducked away. How are you? Beyond him, Tallpaw could see the camp through the grass opening of his den. A bright moon lit Tallsrar. Is it nearly dawn? Not yet. Barkpaw reached into Tallpaw's nest. Tallpaw smelled the taint of ointment. I just want to put some herb on your wounds, Barkpaw told me. Hawkheart's worried about infection. Tallpaw leaned back and let Barkpaw spread the thick paste of herbs onto his grasses. I have nightmares, he moaned. They'll pass. Barkpaw avoided Tallpaw's gaze. I don't want to sleep again. The thought of returning to his dreams made Tallpaw's belly harden. You need to rest. Barkpaw sounded very far away. Even in this half light, Tallpaw could see the tiredness shadowing his friend's eye. Barkpaw was still wrapped in grief for Breckenwing. Tallpaw understood. Loneliness jabbed his belly. If only they could share their grief. But Barkpaw seemed too far away. Did he still blame Tallpaw for Breckenwing's death? Tallpaw blinked, opened his eyes in the pale light of dawn, surprised that he had slept again after Barkpaw left. He peered out of the grass bush and saw Rena Reedfeather calling patrols for the day. Aspenfall, Cloudrunner, and Dosebring, the deputy, are to take mole hunting with you. Hairflight, Stage Leap, and Shrewpaw, Chuckshell Clan and Forestry's border. Dawnstripe and Redclaw patrol the rest. Tallpaw watched his clanmates charge out of the camp while Rena and Bess headed for the Elderton. We've come to clean out your nest. You're bedding, Bess called through the entrance. Lily Whisker padded out yawning. You'll have to wait the others. Flamepelt's snoring like a badger. Tallpaw hauled himself to his paws, wincing at his scratches. His scratches stung. Stay in your nest. Hawkheart's stern growls surprised him. The medicine cat slid into the den. Tallpaw sat down as Hawkhart sniffed his wounds. There's infection in your forepaw. I can smell it, told Tallpaw. I'll dress the wound again, then stay off it. You're confined to your nest until it's healed. I can't stay here, Tallpaw urged. I hate it. I have nightmares. I just sleep and have nightmares. You don't have a choice. Hawkhart dabbed fresh herbs on the Tallpaw's wounds. You have to get well. There's been too much lost. First Breckenwing, then your father. But Tallpaw began to argue, but Hawkhart silenced him with a look. Hawkhart lay back. Tallpaw lay back in his nest as the medicine cat left. The low grass roof seemed to press down on him. His breath quickened in the still air. Tallpaw longed to be on the moor. He needed to feel the wind lifting his fur, filling his chest. Fear churned in his belly. He couldn't stay here for days. As his mind spiraled into panic, Sparrow bounded past the den, crossing the tusks with ease. Tallpaw sat up. He hardly has a scratch on him. He must have fled the cave-in at the first drop of soil. Weaselheart cowered. Sparrow! Hawkhart called to the roach from the prey heap. Do you want some fresh kill? Yes, Sparrow called. I'm starving. Hickory Nose tossed the mouse to the roach's paw, and the sparrow crouched to eat it. Tallpaw's belly rumbled. Isn't anyone going to offer me any prey? I'm still their clanmate after all. Sank his claws into his belly. They don't care if I eat. As far as they're concerned, I kill Breckenwing. Poor Sparrow's crime was to follow a foolish words down to an unsafe tunnel. He hissed, curling his lip as he watched Sparrow lick his lips. No one blames him. They're too dumb to see what's under their whiskers. But I blame you, he growled through gritted teeth. You killed my father. Well, that's the end of Tallsrar's Revenge, Chapter 18. I have been Musever 23. I sincerely apologize about no videos Thursday or Saturday. Thursday I got busy, I got too lazy, and then Saturday we were celebrating my birthday. But there is most likely going to be an extra chapter tomorrow because we're expecting snow at the time this video's been recording. So if there's an extra video, you know there was a snow day. If you see one video, then it was either a 2-hour delay or a normal day. Till next time, I have Amazabeth 23. Now you know why this is called Tallsrar's Revenge. But right now, it's Tallpaw's Revenge. We will find out. Now you've learned why the title is. Comment and subscribe. Bye.